Good morning, my dear students. How's it going? Today we will be completing trade in the ancient world, but before we complete the rest of the ancient empires and nations, I'm just gonna recap what we have taken last class. Now we talked about trade in Mesopotamia, and we said Mesopotamia is the land between two rivers, which is near Iraq, Tigris nowadays, Tigris and Euphrates. We said that they had a ruler or an emperor that used to be called Sargon the Great. This person has developed a commercial empire depending on trade. Also, he has established roads and postal system to unite the kingdom, and he did unite the empire of Akkad. Also, we said the Mesopotamians, they used to trade a lot of things in order to gain other things. So the Mesopotamians used to trade grain, and we said these are the grains, wool, and textiles for what? What did they used to give people grain, wool, and textiles? For honey, spices, and gold, plus stones and something called bitumen that was used for shipbuilding, and I showed you the bitumen last class. Okay, then we went to, we still talk about Mesopotamia, but how did people discover what used to, or what did the Mesopotamians use to trade? Thousands of stone tables recorded by Mesopotamian scribes were found. We said scribes means writers. These Mesopotamian writers or scribes, they used to write on the stones the emperors and the experts that were happening in this nation. Okay, so that's how people discovered what they used to trade with other nations. So they found thousands of stone tables recorded by Mesopotamian scribes, written on them, or it was recorded on them, the emperors and the experts of the empire. Also, we said the Assyrians used to trade with Egypt and Syria, and we said the Assyrians is one of the nations that was followed by, or was following the Mesopotamian Empire. Okay? Then we're done with the Mesopotamia and the whole trade system there. We went to trade in ancient Egypt. Now, we said ancient Egypt developed trade relationships with numerous neighbors. We said numerous means many, a great number, throughout its long history. So, ancient Egypt had a lot of relationships with other countries in order to trade, to help each other to develop, taking what they need and giving what they have extra of. Egypt traded with many nations. We have the Mannans, the Trojans, the Greeks, the Arabs, the Nubians, and the Canaanites. Okay? Now, we're going to complete also today talking about ancient Egyptians. Okay, what did they import and what did they export? Now, before we proceed, I would like to remind you of the meaning of import and export. Now, we said to import means to bring from other countries the thing that you don't have in your own country, or in your nation. So, what are you missing in the country? You import it. What do you export? You export the thing that you have extra of. So ancient Egyptians, they didn't have these things. That's why they imported them. What did they import? They imported oils. They didn't have oil, as you can see here in the picture. Furniture. They couldn't make furniture back then. And weapons. A lot of weapons, of course, ancient. So the weapons were basically swords and maybe bows, and that's it. Okay, from the Nubians. So where did ancient Egyptians import oils, furniture, and weapons? From the Nubians. Incense from Canaan. Now, the incense means the something like perfume. Let me show it to you. Okay, this is the incense. Okay, it makes a nice perfume in the house, what we call, I think, bakhur. This is it. Okay, so where did it import it from? They imported it from Kenyan. Okay. Not only incense, they took also opium figs. Here are the opium figs. Now these are the figs. I don't know whether you call them opium, but these are the figs. Do you know them? Or do you like them? Of course, we know them. They're very famous here in Jordan. But if you like them or not, this is the question. These are the figs. So they also used to take from Kenyan the figs as well. Okay. So incense, as we said, the thing that makes nice smell, if you would like to write its meaning, from Kenyan, as well as opium figs and grapes from Cyprus. So let's recap. From Nubians, they took or imported oils, furniture, and weapons. From Kenyan, they used to take incense. From Cyprus, now I'm going to show you Cyprus, they used to take opium figs and grapes. Here's Cyprus nowadays. It's a country that's surrounded by sea, but the closest countries to Cyprus, Turkey, Greece. So it's a very beautiful country. This is Cyprus, okay? So they took from Cyprus the opium figs and the grapes. Now, we're done with ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. Now we're going to go to trade in ancient Phoenicia. Okay? Now we're going to see also what is Phoenicia or what is it now. Okay? Ancient Phoenicians exported the cedar wood. Now, exported, we said, sent. They have sent or they have given other countries. What did they give other countries? Cedar wood. What is cedar or cedar wood? Now, there's a country that's very famous of it, and they have it on their flag, actually. This is Phoenicia nowadays, which is Lebanon, okay? Which is, as we call it, this is the cedar tree. And they used to take these cedar wood and export it because they have a lot of it. Remember, we said when you have extra of something, you send it to other countries. So they used to export it. This is the cedar wood, okay? So, Phoenicia nowadays is Lebanon. Here's Phoenicia, okay? And nowadays, here, as you can see, here's Syria. Here's Phoenicia. Phoenicia nowadays is Lebanon. Okay, so Phoenicians exported the cedar wood and timber. Also, timber is a type of wood. They have a lot of trees and a lot of good wood, so they used to export it to other countries. Okay, this is the timber. If you would like to write its meaning, it's going to be helpful when you study. So they exported, they sent, they have given other countries cedar wood and timber. For what? Why did they used to send these things? Why other countries need them? For architecture and building ships. So for building houses, maybe for building or making furniture, plus building ships. So they used to export cedar, the Phoenicians, Phoenicia, cedar wood and timber for architecture and building ships. They were also exporting dye, metalwork, and fine linen. Okay, what is the dye? This is the dye, which is a type of coloring. Usually we use it for the hair, but also you can call other things dye. This is dye, okay, which is sabra. We call it in Arabic. So they used to also export dye, metalwork, any type of metal, like iron, like steel, and fine linen. Now, the linen is a type of textiles and cloth, but it's usually softer. This is the linen. It's usually like very thin and silky sometimes. This is called linen. Okay? So they used also to export. They didn't say what did they import, but they said only what did they send to other countries. So what did they send to sum it up? Cedar wood, timber, dye, metalwork, and fine linen, as we saw. Okay, the last country we're going to take about today, which is ancient Rome, or the last nation, the last civilization, ancient Rome. Now, ancient Romans exported also, they have sent. Why? Because they have extra of it. They have a lot from this, let's say, item. They exported gold, silver, food, and clothes to the Arabs and Indos. So the ancient Romans or ancient Rome was known that of its gold, silver, clothes, and plus, of course, some good food, which is nowadays is, I guess, Italy, Rome. Okay, so they used to send them to whom? To Arabs and Indus, but they imported some things. What did they ask for, or what did they take into its empire? They imported silk, pearls, spices, slaves, incense, again, the smell, and ivory. Okay, so again, ancient Rome exported some good items. They sent to other countries some good items. What were they? Gold, silver, food, and clothes. They sent them to whom? They exported these items to whom? To the Arabs and the Indus. Okay, what did they take instead as a trading system? They imported the silk. The silk is a type of, let's say, linen, very soft, like this, and usually shiny. Pearls, you know what are the pearls? Okay, I'm gonna show you first the ivory. This is ivory, okay, and they used to make a lot of things of it. I'm gonna show you the silk, or not, sorry, not the silk, the pearls. These are pearls. Okay, so they exported these things. They imported them, sorry. They asked for them. So they asked for silk, which is a type of linen or textiles, pearls, spices, these are the spices. Also, slaves, people who serve other people, incense, which is the smell we talked about, and the last thing was the ivory. Okay, that's it for today. I know it's a lot of information to process and to take in. Please try to study day by day to make it easier for you. Just memorize the things that each nation exported or imported. Also, try to remember some main information about some civilization that we talked about. And that's it for today. If you have any question, you can send me, of course, anytime. We have homework, but only one page till the Middle Age trade, because we didn't start with trade in the Middle Ages. So we're gonna take these 2 pages only homework. Let me check here. No, actually three. Okay, so we have from page 46 till 48. I'm gonna assign it now. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your day, and bye bye.